So the inspiration for this project came from, I took a trip to Pisa, Italy. I took a trip to Italy. I'm going to have more about that, about my whole 10 weeks in Europe kind of thing. It's a wonderful pilgrimage and adventure I had. But I did visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa and got pictures and videos. And I thought I'd make this project. And how do I make it really, really simple? Well, a Pringles can works really well for this. The dimensions are right. And it makes a cute little pencil holder. So I give you just about everything you need. You got to buy the Pringles and have a few supplies. Let me show you a little bit more here. There it is. There you go. There's the tower. I love this project. And the Pringles can, right? And all right. So here's the materials you're going to need to make this project. You print up. I have these 2 pages are on my website in a PDF. You download them. It's free. The link is in the description of the video. And it's really self-explanatory. There are 7 parts. Well, 8 parts if you count the base. And you just cut them out and you apply them to your Pringles can. Right? And the tools you'll need, a pair of scissors, a straight edge, and some glue. And optionally, but nice, would be a little bit of, cellophane tape. That's it. Won't take you long to make this project. I think maybe an hour. So print out page 1, which is all the columnar pattern. Tape it to your Pringles can and then cut off the excess from the can. See, there's a little bit of extra there. Cut that off because that makes it the right dimensions in terms of height and width. Now the top, use the plastic lid and then apply parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just glue them on. Really, really simple. And then on part 5 there, once the glue has dried, trim it. I made it specifically a little large so you have leeway to, depending on how you build it. Just trim it so it's the same size as part 4. Now what part is it? 6. Part 6 is a little bit tricky. I wanted it to have pattern on both sides. And you'll see why. Now we're looking at one side of it, and if you flipped it over, the other side also has the little gated pattern too. But in order to get it nice and form a nice circle with it, you cut a bunch of slots in it like that, and then you can fold them over into tabs. And you did a similar thing with part 3. And then just form it into a circle like this, and glue it down. And see that? We're just about done. Easy project. 5-minute video, 6-minute video maybe. Let that dry. And then do the little Italian flag. Fold it over and put some glue on that tab and then put it on the top of your tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa actually, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's 800 years old. Had a lot of trouble. They set it aside for a long time. They started building it. It was starting to tilt. They let it, put it aside for maybe 200 years, and then they worked on it some more. They put counterweights on it. They iron bands. They've done a lot with this tower. But that's it. So I will now. I'm posting this video on Monday the 20th. I'm going to upload the template to my website, but I will also have a full assembly procedure there. Give me a day or 2, and I will also have a little fact sheet about, Pisa, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, if you want to use it as a pencil holder, you probably want to keep it straight upright so it doesn't tip. But if you want to get it, it's like a 3.97 degree tilt, I believe, a 4-degree tilt. What you do is you use the part in the template just as a template to cut out a couple of pieces of cardboard that look like a crescent shape there. Glue them to the bottom, and now you've got a nice tilt on your tower. There's a straight one, and there's a crooked one. I ended up eating 2 cans of Pringles today. I've had enough Pringles for a while. Now, okay, so that's it. That's that project. But I wanted to show you something else. A few days ago, I did a video about Leonardo da Vinci and how the engineering mind, or the right brain, and the creative mind, the left brain, he could combine those two together real well. Well, I'm working on a project that shows this. This is a little engineering device that's going to be part of a diorama called The Lady in the Lake. You see that thing up there at the top that came up? That's a sword where the lady pulled the sword, held the sword up out of the lake. That's part of the diorama. So there's an engineering aspect and a creative aspect. Stay tuned for that. It might come tomorrow, I'm not sure. Depends on how much I can get done. Thank you.